Good evening everybody. Welcome to my Sunday night stream. I hope everybody is doing well this fine Sunday evening. I hope everyone had a lovely weekend and had lots of fun times either in World of Warcraft or outside in the real world. Good evening Nox, I hope you're doing well. And good evening also to you Mushy. Thanks for coming in early. Hope everyone's doing well, and Dado's in as well. King's Day on Saturday, oh fantastic. Does that mean you get an extra day off on Monday as an extra holiday? I can't remember with your public holidays. I remember... No, you don't get one. Oh, okay. That's a shame. Miss Juicy, good evening to you too. Thanks all for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. Hope you all had a lovely weekend. Made lots of gold, hopefully. Oh, you always get one for it. Okay. So did you have one on Friday? Not if it falls on a Saturday or Sunday. Okay, so you just don't have one. Okay. Interesting. Sundays is moved to Friday. Ah, right, okay. So what's the plan for me today? Today we'll do the usual, we'll go through and open up the mailbox for everyone. And then I'd like to spend some time on Jahwakening, doing a little bit more development on his front. Maybe do a little bit more on alchemy and a little bit more on leveling, I think would be useful. If we can do some PvP as well, that would be useful. I wonder if I could do some PvP as Jahwakening. That's worth a go. Io Rio, thank you for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. And Gold 9871, good evening to you too. Got the note 1 minute ago. Ah, fantastic. Everything's working then. Everyone's getting the notifications. So let's have a look. We're currently here in Stormsong Valley. I recorded a video earlier yesterday. I'm still at the moment of processing it, so that's for the 8.1.5 shuffle. So I've done a little video on that, so we're coming out early next week. It was on time today. Twitch is behaving good. Excellent. Good to know. If you make a group, you can boost with your Demon Hunter. That's an interesting idea, actually. If other people are up for that, we could possibly do that. Run through some dungeons and see what happens in terms of... I'm assuming dungeons is probably the best way forward with something like that, and see how we get on and running them through. I'm certainly open to ideas, certainly things that involve helping other people at the same time. That's certainly worth doing. So let's start with a look at the mailbox. So everything since Friday night. Let's go have a look, see what Samadan's done in that time. I've got some expires, lots of expires actually. So let's run through this and get everyone's characters sorted first. So I'll take all of these off for the moment, and then we'll do everything else. Is there a Stormsong invasion at the moment? Oh, that could be interesting. The turn-in started like 1 PM for Horde. Oh right, okay Mushy, so what's the turn-ins for Horde? And soon for Alliance 2. Okay, so I wonder what the new turn-ins are going to be. Something to look out for. Just started now on the Alliance. Oh right, okay. I have to have a look at what those were, or will be. We'll run through these expires first, get everything relisted first and foremost. I don't think you can find out in advance, Nox. I think usually you just have to have a character that's either Horde or Alliance, and you go to your main city and have a look. So it's kind of like a scramble when the turn-ins refresh as to what you need, which is kind of interesting. It keeps it fresh. Yeah, the 5 world quests for the invasion, that could be interesting, wouldn't it, Dado? Right, okay, we could do that. We'll have a look, probably run through that. Or are we full now? We must be. I heard the fishing reel sound, so that means we'll have to... Oh, we've got a few things here we need to disenchant, this honourable gear. Let's do that. Actually no, let's not do that now, let's post these on first. Got a few more things about to expire as well, so okay, we need to do a pretty large relist here, so let's run through this. Surface skimmers, engineering, okay. 4 hours 45 minutes for turning to the Alliance, yeah. And quick golden barrel. I think I had some quick golden barrels at one point. I certainly bought some up. So when you're ready to create a personalised group. Okay, thank you, Dado. I'll run through everyone first, so it might be probably in about half an hour's time once I've gone through everyone's auctions. I haven't done the mailbox yet, Gold. We're just running through the expires first, so I'll repost these on. Not sure how much we're going to get, but we'll have a look. This is all since, when was it? Since Friday night. So a weekend's worth of sales. Yeah, we're right in at the beginning, just 5 minutes 50 seconds going. Pretty good going. Completely on time today as well, which is good. So let's run through and post everything on. We've got a full evening ahead of us, so should get plenty of things done, and hopefully get maybe we'll do a bit more Samadan Storytime at the end of the evening as well. Something to finish up with. Carry on with the Alliance side of the novella. I've got it down here with me. I can't remember where we got to, so I'll have a look at that later on. But first and foremost, let's get auctions on first. So that's that done. And now whilst I'm here, and this is empty, I'm going to go through and disenchant these. This poor druid next to me is unfortunately going to be without an auction house for a minute. Just whilst I disenchant these and get myself some veiled crystals. This was from Erfen on Friday, so we'll send these back. Your mining, you have the 2 hours buff, very nice. With some time, were you finished on the Alliance part? Was I finished on the Alliance part? I don't think I was, Gold, from what I remember. I'll have to check my bookmark in a moment. What we'll do is we'll do these disenchants now, and then I'll bring my auction house Brutusaur, Elliot back up, and then we'll have a because this druid's patiently waiting. We'll do this and that, and then we'll put this one up. Hey Danny, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Happy Sunday to you too. Hope you're doing well this fine evening. So yes, we were looking at the story time. We got to, where do we get to? My bookmark's here, so I've still got a few more pages to do, quite a few more pages to do, and then part 5 still to go. So yeah, there's a lot to be done. Could be interesting, and then we go to Horde side. Okay, so that's plenty to be done. Trying to do too much at the moment. Leveling your alchemy and engineering too. Currently 80, and leveling professions. Frost gear your 120 druid, and do rest of dual crafting and inscription. That sounds exactly like me, Nox. That's exactly what I'm up to. Basically, there's too much to do in any one time, so I'm trying to focus them as best I can. Raincloud, how are you? I'm doing very well, thank you very much. How about yourself? Just going through, we haven't got to the mailbox yet. We're just going through the expires first. And then we're going to move on. And we'll check Erfen. And then we'll finish off with Jahwakening. I don't know if I'll do any restocks at this point. I want to carry on really with Jahwakening for this evening as much as possible. Because we're currently at level 113. I'd like to get to 120 on all my alts, because then that gives me, especially when it comes to alchemy, because I would like to get the Silas part of that. I've got some gold here, so that's a good sign. Cleaning out your quest list on Mushy, your monk. Fantastic. How's that going? Alright, we've got a few things. Oh wow, Raincloud, thank you very much for the sub. Welcome to the Samadan squad. Thank you very much for your support, really is appreciated. Let's see lots of emotes of whichever you desire. In chat for Raincloud, thank you very much for your support. Quimbui, how are you? If I have an article that does not sell, what's my guidelines on either keeping or sell at a loss or vendor it? It depends on what it is. If it's like BOE gear, I'd probably try and disenchant it or vendor it, whichever gives me the most gold. Someone's Chuck Norris cult here has challenged you to a duel. Not tonight. So looking at the mail, we have 23,000. We can't quite see that because of the chat text. Let me just move that up a little bit. So 22 items in the mail. What have we got? Glorious stats, elemental force, packs of haste, some sinister gear, some food, some rings, pack of versatility there. Honey pot pie, 10 of those, and 10 beurre tartare, that's nice. 4 silkweave satchels, so a good mix of food, enchanting and tailoring there. So not too bad, 23,000, I'll take that. Start with that one. Go with that one. It's going slow, chatting and stuff usually, and lots of travelling, yeah that's true. Good evening Lizard, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Spent a lot of time making 90 feasts. Yeah, the feasts is it's good having the food actually. I haven't bought too much hopefully this month, so hopefully my cooking summary is going to be better at the end of April. Hopefully. Right, so where are we at with everything else? We've got a few things here to post on, so let's go and deal with those. And run a post scan there. Nox, thank you very much. Finally give a little back for all the help you've been on my gold making endeavours. Oh, no problem at all, Nox. Thank you very much for your support. Really do appreciate it. Let's see. Lots of Oreos, long boys, thumbs up, and chef's hats. Oh, we just sold a pact of haste for 1,947. That's a good price. Now you're completely out of fish. Yeah, what's the price of fish like on your server? Would you go and fish some, or would you wait for some decent prices? That's the question. I lie, I'm here for the Oreo emotes. Very true. Your packs are at 999. Ouch. Yeah, that is that's a market for a reset if ever I saw one, especially the ones that do sell quite well, the packs of haste and the critical strikes. I did a reset myself on these packs of haste a while ago, and the price seems to be holding at the moment. The price now all before you bought everything. Yeah, there's a difference there, isn't there, certainly. Right, we're actually broken the 1.5 million mark on Samadan, that's quite nice. Now I don't have to buy any tokens for a while because I'm at 6 months game time again, so that's going to be quite nice to be able to just focus on what else we're ever going to do. Let's get this lot posted. You're making a slowed right down over the weekend, like 4,000. I think you need to wipe all your groups and start fresh. Have a lot of other people's operations, but also too lazy to spend the time making your own. Well, it's a blessing in. It's kind of like a mixed blessing, really, using other people's operations. It's certainly good to get you off the ground fast, but something's a bit weird here. That seems to be going very slowly. I'll just leave that going for now. But in terms of learning and developing your own, I certainly recommend doing that one. Now this seems to be a little bit slow going through confirming these. That shouldn't be too bad. Red tail loach is at 35 gold. That seems quite pricey. Packs went down to 600 on your server. Bought them all, reset to 1900, and they're down to 1600 after a week. But you made your profit. Yeah, that sounds like a good reset margin, Nox. I like that one. So 600 and then up to 1900 and then down to 1600. Yeah, I would certainly endorse that kind of reset. There we go. So it saves you on so many Veil crystals as well. So it does save you a lot of time doing that if you've got the capital to do it. So let's have a look. We've got a few things here that are going to expire. So let's deal with those. Take all of those off. Oh, Oreo's come in, so let's pop your camera on. Here we go, Oreo. Come and join us tonight. Where are you? There we go. Let's just turn it up a little bit. There we are. Oreo settled in and coming to join us tonight. But 15 per feast. Wow, okay. 45k per fish type. That's a lot, isn't it? Had a few days broke to do it though, and then weekly resets gave you your gold back. Very nice. And 33k for the rest of the mats. It's a lot. It's a lot of gold investment, isn't it? Hey Arthur, how are you? Mailbox was good, thank you. I think we're about 23 or 29. I can't remember exactly what it was. Now we're just reposting a few things on at the moment, so we're going to run through the last ones I've just cancelled here. Let's just take these off. The auction house does seem to be going a little bit slow, or the mail seems to be going very slow at the moment. It started off fast, now it seems to have slowed down a little bit. The mail and the auction house seems to be going a little bit slow. But one feast is 2,200 gold on your server, so that's definitely good. I haven't had a look yet, actually, but it'd be interesting to see it. Right, okay, this is very slow mail. I wonder what's happening here. Oh yes, I did see that one, standing on Blackrock Mountain. Yeah, going somewhere where there isn't that much lag. I thought I'd be okay here, because I'm not in Borealis, but maybe I'm not quite far enough away. So let's have a look. Those are our cancels. Let's see if we can post those on. And if that's not too bad, we'll post those on here, and then we'll swap over to Erfen. We won't do restocks at this stage. I'm just going to leave it as it is with what we have. In Exodar or New Dalaran. Yeah, I mean, normally I spend a lot of time in Old Dalaran, but or New Dalaran rather, but normally my mail isn't this slow. This is particularly slow, even for me. Auction house wise, that's a little bit faster. Has there been an influx of players coming back? I'm not sure. It'd be nice if there is. I always welcome new people coming back to the game. Shock Latte, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. And Lazy Titan. And we've just got a sale of a Binding of Versatility, also for 1,989. So that's pretty good. Happy with that too. So the sales are coming in tonight. Everything's posted on for Samadan now, so we're going to leave it at that point. Swap over to the next characters and see where everyone's at. We need to go to a rested area, really. Do we have... Well, inside there is going to be rested, isn't it? So let's just hop inside. There we go. And then we can log out and hop on over to Erfen. Now let's see what the lag's like in Borealis. More players the better, unless they're gold makers. Well, there's going to be a mix of them, isn't there? More players come in, great, and a few of them will be gold makers. But I'm sure the difference is offset, really. The competition versus the amount of people coming back. So more expires. Let's see how fast this is in Borealis. If it's really slow, we might end up having to head to Dalaran. Doesn't seem too bad. A little bit slow. I'll let it run through. Twitchy, how are you? You evacuated Borealis, did you? Yeah. Someone help a broke college student get enough gold for a token. Your sub expires in 20 hours. Ouch, that's not long to enable to get the gold. Where are you at in your gold? You also found an issue with your new SSD. Oh no, Arthurs. So 20 hours. If you went... what realm are you on, first and foremost? Are you NA or EU? And how much gold have you got, and how much do you need to get for a token? Would be my first questions. And then what resources do you have available to you? Well, looks like we do have some gold on Erfen as well. Let's clear out the expires first. You have 9k, okay. And it's 120k you need. Okay, that's kind of doable. 120k, it all depends on what you've got and what... And you're a fresh 120, so at least you're 120, that's a good start. Do you have any professions? And as Mushy was suggesting, go to run a Throne of Thunder for raw gold, and all the Pandaria raids, as Mushy suggests. 10k an hour should be possible. Wish EU was 120k, yeah, definitely. Check your characters, see if they've got any old stuff for sale, which is another good one. Do my new shuffle video, it should be, I'm halfway through editing it, so I would expect it to come out probably Monday or Tuesday. I might do it Tuesday by the time I've processed everything. So it's basically, I went through it all on stream a couple of nights ago. It's basically that in a short YouTube video form, with the same spreadsheet as is available now. So what have we got on Erfen? We have 18,000 here, which is pretty nice. Sinister gear and drums. So some nice prices on the Sinister gear. Let's open up all of those. Then let's check anything about to expire. We'll deal with those. Yep, there's a few of those. Let's take those off. And we'll repost everything back on. Silkweave satchels is another good idea. They sell quickly. Depends on your server about the profit margins though. Gonna wait for that refresh to just tick through. And here's the cancels. Get through all of these. Then we should be done there. And then we'll move on. All of that. And then post all of this lot on. So there we go. That's quite easy. Running through that lot. So we've got some gold. We're actually up, look at that, 309,000 on Erfen from leatherworking mainly. That's really nice, seeing it being self-sufficient like that. So we're seeing the gold coming in. You can go back and find the Twitch clip. I was trying to do it a few days ago but kept getting confused. I was super tired though. Yeah, it does take a fresh mind to do it. It is quite confusing. But yeah, if you want to, I can't remember which... the Twitch stream is on YouTube now, so if you look at my my latest Twitch stream that's on YouTube, I've even put a time code in the description as well, so you can jump straight to where I talk about the 8.1.5 stuff. But I'll go into it in more concise format in the video, which I bring out soon. Let's just post this lot on. Have I updated my Tailor Enchant leatherworking paste pins? Save you a hell of a lot of time once your PC stuff sorted. The tailoring one is still the same from the tailoring deep dive, so that's valid at the moment. I would like to do next a enchanting deep dive after I've done this other video and once I've got a bit more time. So then I'll definitely have a paste bin for that, but that might be a little while yet because I need a good time slot to be able to do that. So that's easy. I think we're done on Erfen. So let's jump back over to Jahwakening and see where we're at with this. So we're in Borealis Harbour. I did try playing around with a few different talents earlier this morning, just briefly for half an hour. Tried a few different Moonkin things. Haven't really tried a bear though. That could still be an option. Let's have a look and see where we're at. Right, we've got more expires here. Let's deal with those. No sales, unfortunately. Couldn't seem to get the enchanting material prices to line up, even with the weights. It's having to change them by a lot. Right, okay. That's the tricky part, really, is, I guess, you could start with the weights. Try having all the weights at 1, and then slowly increase 1 and see how it works, and then you'll get a feel for how all the different values change as you change one weight, and then slowly bring it up from there. Fandak, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Oh, you completely gave up on that too. Okay. One button smash. Leveled your druid 1 to 20 in bear form. Really easy to play. I might have to try that. I wonder what I'd have to do bear form. We'll have a look at that maybe. Umber at 100, Veiled at 220 and Gloom at 7. I mean, that seems a reasonable mix. You know, you could put those in at fixed figures and be done with it, definitely. Okay, no worries, Dado. Let me know when you're back. We could probably have a look at what is... Where is the invasion on? Let's have a look. Up here, Storm Song. Aha, I see. It's this lot. So we could set up a group and run through these quite quickly, if people would like to do those together, if anyone wants to do some levelling. So things, looking at the situation where we're at with Jahwakening, we are level 113, only just into it, so we've still got a long way to go. Swipe Moonlight. Is that basically it? Is those the 2 buttons you need to do? No worries, Nox. I know there's a unfortunate difference with the factions. Did I actually post those back on? Can't remember if I did. Let's just check that. Not sure if I did. I've got a load of stuff here. Let's post that on. Run a post scan. Not even Moonlight, just Swipe, is it? I'd be interested to try it actually, because as you can tell, I'm all for easy in terms of just running around and button mashing, so it's worth a go, certainly. Right, let's post this lot on. Nothing too significant here. Not expecting a lot of sales. Well, actually we've got 20,000 on Jahwakening, so that's not too bad. We could look at things we need to do with alchemy at the moment, because currently we don't have a lot of stuff. Oh, we never did the trinkets, did we? That was the one we were getting the expulsum for. We just need some Siren's Pollen for that. Let's have a look at that. Is there a BFA Herbs group yet? Doesn't look like I have one yet. So that could be something to look for. So let's have a look here. Siren's Pollen. We stop that one, and with my new learned information, if we shift click Siren's Pollen, then I'll just do Siren's Pollen exact. So currently sitting at 37 gold. There's 10 stacks of 200 there, 19 stacks of 200 here, interestingly. Min buyout there was at 23, so someone got a bargain and reset that market quite nicely. So not worth it. No, I'm not sure I would buy it at this, because looking at this is very much a 103%. So we'd have to wait until we got these at a decent value before I started buying these. But there's something we could think about here in terms of making up a group of all the herbs. I don't think I've got 3 in my bags. Could we make a BFA group, BFA Herbs group out of what we've got so far? Let's have a look. So we're in alchemy, we've got Jack stuff there, favourite shopping, we've got here Panther stuff. So I'd probably want something new here. So let's make a new group. And we want it to be at the top, I think. So I'll give it a prefix of 1 and call it BFA, well no, BFA Herbs. And now we should have some of these on us. So what have we got here? Can I see anything here that's not in a group? Favorite shopping alchemy stuff. Do I have one already? Can't see one there. Oh no, we do have one here. It's already here. BFA Herbs. Silly me. Let's just delete that and move this up to alchemy and rename it 1 BFA Herbs. There we go. Hey Specken, how are you? I'm doing very well, thank you very much. We're about to just go and deal with the Storm Song invasion. I'm probably going to set up a group for that if people would like to join me for a little bit of levelling fun, would be interested to have people's company. Anyone on Alliance and EU is looking to level some characters. So we're going to go through, we've got Anchorweed, Riverbird, Seastalk, Siren's Pollen and Star Moss already here. Does that have a shopping operation attached to it? No, it doesn't. So let's add one in. Shopping average buy, that will work for me. And then let's have a look whilst we have this. BFA herbs and a shopping scan. And let's see how everything goes. So we've got Anchorweed, Siren's Pollen, Star Moss is at 82% at 15 gold. So of these, I imagine I could probably do with some of these. 14.96 was the min buyout. I don't have any average buy prices of these. I've got 18 at the moment. So this is where I would want to start buying things cheap, just so that I've got a stock of things, even though I am a herbalist. Yeah, they do seem to be quite high at the moment, don't they? Would be a good time to be a herbalist, certainly. Look at that Anchorweed, 61 gold, 37 for the Siren's Pollen, and 32 for the Riverbird there. Yeah, Baron Lovett, how are you? I've been very well, thank you very much. How about yourself? Glad to see you stopping by. We're just looking through on my alchemist character, Jahwakening, seeing what we could do possibly from a herbalism point of view, because there's some good things here. And looking at what else we've got here. What's a bad deal? Speak to that. We could do that. But the main thing we want to do really is a bit of levelling here. So this assault could be quite useful to do. So what I'll do is I will set up a group if people would like to join in with the assault. Let's get a flight over there first, and then I'll set the group up whilst we're flying. Move out together from Borealis. Well, let's get a group started. Hold on, here we go. Pre-made groups. Let's make a custom one. So this is open to anyone on EU Alliance. I'll call it Jahwakening actually. So that's Jahwaken. Can't even spell it myself. ENING. Jahwakening. I'll copy and paste that into chat, just in case you want to see the spelling of it. That's how it's spelt. I'll list the group. There we go. So really anyone 111 upwards, if you would like to join in. There we go. Demon Hunter, in you come. Might spot you over there on your Tauren Druid. Your war mode off, you're safe. No problem. Hopefully we can see you in there. Anyone else who wants to join in, we'll run through, get some XP for this, and get the buff for afterwards as well, so that'll be quite nice. There we go, we have the mage coming in, lovely. Four minutes, stone on cooldown, no worries. Darkwing Jet, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. We're just doing a spot of levelling with the invasion at the moment. If you want to join in and your EU Alliance, we're just going through and forming a group called Jahwakening. And we're going to go over to the invasion and run through them. See how things go. Get a little bit of XP and also get the buff for afterwards as well. War mode's off, yes, that's right. Saw you streaming, for a good thing to watch whilst doing the dishes. Oh, fantastic. Well, I find doing dishes a really sort of like zen moment, so I can certainly appreciate listening to something at the same time. Right, if we have no other takers, let me just move that over to the top. can expand to more people, do you think, if I convert to raid? I don't think we need that many at the moment. We've got the 2 already, so I'll leave that running for the moment. If any more come in, I think if we start flying over, get over to the right zone, and then let's go into, I guess, straight in the middle on Dead Wash would be the place to start. Oh, you can't fly there. Oh no. Okay. I hope you managed to get a flight near-ish and then maybe take a run up. Twitch ad is broken again. Lost games re-adding. Didn't work. Have to wait for a fix again. Oh no, that's a shame. No problem. See if you can get here as fast as you can. Right, what else have we got going on whilst we're flying? So we'll probably need the quests up. Here we go. We'll take that. Taste of victory. Let's accept the quest. Any means necessary. There's the ship off in the background. Yeah, I think we should be fine as a party group anyway. So we should be alright. Don't need markers. Don't really need the party chat there either, but we should be okay. Oh, we got another one coming in, have we? There we go. In you come. So we're starting at the moment right in the middle, in the Dead Wash. Let's go down to this area for we'll start just on the road here and wait for everyone to come in. OP summon time. That's true, actually, we could do a summon. Let's head over to, where do we need to be? Down at the bottom. On the road, I would say. Or we could stay at this flight point for the moment. Let everyone come in. Everyone's coming in anyway. And then we can do a summon from here. If that works. And then we'll carry on through. What have we got here? There's an actual quest here. Leo Shields. Oh, looks like we missed the Warlock. Rip, no summon. Sad times. We'll have to run instead. Okay, so we'll meet down on by the road, just at the bottom, and get ready to start on the first quest. So I'll go on. Let's have a look. Go this one first. If I click, Omnibar's in the way. Let's move that down. Let's click on that, and then we can at least stand here. And then we can do the hold the high ground, 10 honor-bound soldiers slain. Should be fairly easy to do. We'll wait for everyone to come in by. You're there and you're there. You're not too far away, actually. So it shouldn't take too long, everyone to come together. Still time if anyone else wants to join in. Get some levelling done. Whilst I'm here, let's just take one. Whilst I'm here, let's do 1, 2, 3 dots. Oh, we've got a few coming in. Okay. That was quite a few in there, actually. That was 5 in one go. Okay, this should be quite quick. We'll wait for everyone to come in first, though, before we do everything else. Still got Gladamoon to come in. Take the loot whilst we're waiting. Make sure everyone's done. glad demon. It could be, actually. That would make more sense, wouldn't it? Right, how are we doing? Everyone here? Eat a cookie. Oh, very nice, thank you. Well done. Conjured manna bun. Very nice. Here, have a cookie. Right, we should be able to get everything here. There we go. Hold the Highland done. Is that enough for everyone? Let's go through that, go through that. Say when everyone's done, and then we'll move on. Okay, let's move this North Shadow Hunter one first, and then we can loop back and do the other ones. So let's do that one first. Then we can go round here. Oh, you need 3. Okay, let's do another 3. Get another one there, get some dots going on everyone. That should be enough, I think. Done. Okay, fantastic. Then we can carry on. Shadow Hunters are up this direction somewhere. Through here, I'm guessing. Let's go round the top. I imagine they're going to be around the other side. So let's go up onto the bridge. See what's on the other side. Oh, there's some herbs there. Oops, stuck. There they are. There we go, got one of those. Don't think I can do anything with that, can I? Yes, I can with recursive, that's useful. Oh, I can summon these treants as well. That could be quite handy. Was that the right one? No, that's mass entangling roots. Where's the other one that I was looking for that I had? I had a spell. Not bark skin. Incarnation chosen of Elune. Let's try that. There we go. The add-on is called Hekili. Hekili. Azeroth powers available. We'll do that later. Come through this. We might as well do this whilst we're here. Close that one down. You say you smash buttons. You're probably just smashing your face on the keyboard. Oh, looks like it's gone over here. Let's go and join in. It would make sense to do this whilst it's here and everyone else is here. There we go. Another one done. Oh, bonus extra one done actually. Oh, look at that. Pink Ushon's Impaler. A polearm. Two-handed polearm. Strong now, 112. Fantastic. Right, okay. So, moving on. Let's go along to Hail Intent or Furious Fracas. Furious Fracas, I imagine. Right, off we go. Just writing the big boss. Where's that Furious Fracas? Let's go down that. Down this side, I think. And over here somewhere. It's going to be in here. Don't know what the quest is just yet. In the drowned land. Here we go. Right, okay. More grunts it would appear to be. There we go, let's do a 6. And smash 4. Got lots of these to do. Okay, Gold, thanks ever so much for stopping by. Hope to see you again soon. There we go, get a few of these done. I've only got 12 of the grunts to get, so that should be fairly easy. Just kill everything, basically. So that's the way. Do that. Something over here that we probably need to help out with. There we go. 10 of 12. We could probably do a heal, can't we? We've done it, so that's everything done. There we go. Oops, I'm pressing the wrong button. Regrowth on everyone. Probably a good start, but let's carry on. So now we can just head north and do Fire Warden. Next, we do that. There we go. And heading up north. Angel Lights, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. We're just running through and doing some Storm Song quests at the moment. There's the Fire Warden. Let's start with a load of this and one of those. Move out of the way of that. There we go. Done one of those. Oh, seem to be a little bit unhealthy at the moment. Let's just deal with that. There we are. It's a bit better. Okay. So running through this really quickly. So last one, L Intent. Let's do that one whilst we're here. Go up the beacon hill. So after this, some normal dungeon spamming. Yep, that sounds like a great idea, Mushy. Don't we need to go in here, do we? Okay, let's go in. Interesting. So what do we need to do? One of these characters, and then run around, and press 1, and 2, what does 3 do? Yeah, let's run around the coast. I'm assuming we're running through this really quickly, actually. We've got everything done here. Oh, a little bit stuck. Azeroth power is not helpful at the moment. There we go. Wow, that was super quick. I'd like to join for 1 or 2. Oh, fantastic. That would be excellent, Mushy. You are both most welcome. So, carrying on. Are we done? We need to ride Storm's Feather, don't we? Storm's Rage. And then we finish up, don't we? I believe that's it. Yeah. Let's go through. Ooh, that hurt a little bit. Go through the other side. Oh, we'll have to go over the bridge, I think. You still see the icon of the Horde, do you? Okay, have you not done all the quests? Which one are you missing? Because you should have this Storm's Feather ready to ride, I believe. Is there a... You did do all of them. Interesting. You can still see the assault. I wonder what's done differently then. There's no other World Quest icons or anything like that, other than the ones you've got. If there's one missing... No, you're okay. Okay, fantastic. Okay, a reload. You're here with me. Okay, fantastic. Brilliant. Good evening, Rasheen. Hope you're doing well. Right, so I jump on here. Rain down some destruction. Okay, you're on the Griffin. You've done it. Okay. So Horde forces destroyed. Let's go run through this. So this will give us the buff at the end. Hope you're doing well this evening, Machine. What have we got? Bomb toss. Oh, let's actually do some damage. Rather than just actually standing here, flying around, enjoying the scenery. Let's actually do some stuff. Don't forget to click the things, as they say. What else have we got? There's one down there. %. There's some more. And some more. Lots of things here. There we go. Horde forces destroyed. And then we join on up. I assume, are we going to destroy the actual ship at some point? These ships. Let's do those. There we are. Never mind quest. Would be nice. There's the keeper. Wrong one. Whoops, I just pressed the wrong button. Let's make sure I've got that. Let's close that window down that I just opened. And then, let's just loot that. We need a key, I imagine, from here. There's the key. And then, what else do we need? Rhinestone feather to safety. Done all of those, I take it. Hop on you, and then we're done. What is the Azeroth power we've got? Shift right click. Choice between damage greater than 10% of your maximum health gain, 6/6 avoidance, or when your enemy harm dies, you heal. Let's go for that one. Extra healing. Right, there's the old ship. I imagine we're going to head in here. Yep, if you're back, Dado, you're more than welcome to see if you're in... Oops, I'm going the wrong direction. Was that everything done? Ready for turn-in. Right, that's over there. Okay, let's get a flight over to that. Let's head on round. Jump on you there, and hand in that. There we go. Well, that was a quick wait. We got some, what was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bars of XP in that little foray, which was quite nice. And then when we hand this in, we should get the extra one. I have a question. Who would I recommend you to watch other than myself on Twitch? That's a gold maker and it has a pleasant voice to listen to. There's quite a few. I know Kuhn is not necessarily a gold maker, but he's definitely pleasant to listen to. You could also listen to Seathrift, who does Loot Appraiser challenges. She's got a very mellow attitude, certainly. And then we've also got, let's think, we've got Sensor's Adventures, we've got the one and only Gumdrops. If you're not listening to Gumdrops, then most definitely. Bacon Bits as well. Sharkan, if he's around, he's all working a lot at the moment, isn't he? Quest reading skills are the people you just said. Ah, yes. Quest reading, I don't think many people do that. Okay, Storm's Rage. Let's hand that in. Taste of Victory. Complete that. There we go. So now we've got the XP buff. And we've also got a little bit extra XP. Right, so those who wants to do... No problem, Angelites. Will I invite for the dungeon? You can help with the spreadsheet. Which spreadsheet? The 8.1.5 one. So we've got room. I wasn't going to do... I might do some PvP later. We're going to do some dungeons now. Are you still around, Dado? Did you want to join in on this part? Moshi and her husband are also willing to help out. Where's my actual dungeon finder gone? Must have gone there. There we go. Catch up. Alright. Am I missing a few things? Okay. Invite you. I will do. Well, no, don't need to do the... hold on. Can I do it through here? Yes, I can. Thought I could do a right click. There we go. And then what I'll do is make you... Hold on, let me move this chat down. I've got too many windows everywhere. Oreo's in the way. And then we'll add you in as leader, I think, Mushy, and then you can invite your husband. Promote to leader. There we go. I can try and be a healer as a druid. I'm not sure how well we're doing at the moment. Mushy's just in an instance at the moment, and her husband's going to help fill out the last slot, hopefully. So we should get a good run through some dungeons. Will be nice for some leveling. Get use of the XP bus whilst we're doing that. Yeah, I don't think we'll need it necessarily. No problem. We've got an Oreo just upside down at the moment. Periton, he does the Iron Man challenge. Voices answers lots of... So yes, Periton's is quite cool as well, definitely. Welcome, Severo. Good to see you. Right, so in terms of dungeons, choices, what should we suggest? Your healing spec, you would just slap around. Okay. So what have we got, choices wise? So you're a Void Elf monk. Nice. We'll just do randoms. Did you get more XP for that one? So if you want to queue us up for a random one, Mushy, more than welcome to. And we'll just jump in, whichever one. Just wasn't sure what to put for average buy. If you don't have an average buy with ledger not working correctly, it's not picking up your purchases at the moment. Oh right, yes. Average buy, I guess. Reload, get the ledger working. Okay, that should work. Hopefully. Probably haven't done all the quests. Okay. What have I missed? Can I ride my long boy? I certainly can. Here we go. I think I can even kick them off as well. Yeah, I don't think I've done any quests. So does that cause a problem in terms of getting into dungeons? Because I haven't got any available, perhaps. Not group finder. Dungeon finder adventure guide. Dungeons. Yep, your leader, Mushy. So I can see that with this group we can do 4 dungeons. Okay, random is okay. Okay. There we go. Confirm my role. Oh, I'll be DPS. There we go. Enter dungeon. There we go. Random is the bonus XP. Oh, even better. Fantastic. Oh, we're in freehold. Okay, I've got a load of stuff here. Questionable dungeon tips. Let's keep those off to the side for the moment. I don't think I need those. Oh, this is going to be a Brutosaur charge. Fantastic. Freehold. I have no idea. Let me just move some things over here. I have no idea how well I'm going to do. So I'm just going to run in. And I guess do a bit of damage. And try and help out as best I can and try not to die. I guess is going to be my modus operandi here. I hope nobody's got any damage meters on because I'm going to be doing terribly. Button mashing doesn't help if I put that one. There we go. Ooh, get out of the way of that. Oh, I have got that. Let's at least get a starfall going. Stay out of the way here. I don't remember if I've done freehold or not. Just thinking dot everyone and mash the buttons is the best plan here. Now, have I got anything for healing people? Looks like a right click does help, so I can do that at least. Silent Wrath, do one of these. Just kind of basically mash this and hope that we're going to do some damage, which is going to be useful. Let's see how we get on with the XP on this lot. Oh, let's move out of the way of that. That seems like not worth standing into. There we are. There we are. Parrot Feather Cloak. Congratulations, Zafira. Right, where to next? I'm not familiar with this dungeon. Okay, which way round do we go? Let's move out the way of that one. I keep making this window come up. Let's just close that down. Move out the way. There we go. Just give myself a little bit of a heal. There we go. And everyone's concentrated. Let's get a starfall going. Move out here. One of those, one of those, one of those. Wave, good evening to you. How are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. Oh, here comes Oreo back. those, one of those. Okay, so moving on. Oh, we've got a loot we can do there. Do you? Oh, Orio's fallen over. Let's carry on through. Brutosaurs it is, charging through. Hold on, here we go.
I've got it on good authority. The captains are gathering.
There we go.
If we get into that party, you can cut off all the heads from this Hydra in one fell swoop.
How are you doing, Oreo? You okay?
Black-tooth brawlers love hardening their knuckles in a fight. You can loosen their teeth. Captain Raoul will definitely want you.
Didn't want to get
Getting your
thrown
hands
up
on
there.
reputation will make
Let's
the
get
job
some healing doing. There we go.
rush in and attempt to kill three of the most feared pirate captains all
Oh, move out of the way here. Hold on. Rooted. Not good. There we go. I keep pressing my Windows button and bringing up an extra window on the side. It really doesn't help matters. And also making sure I'm out of that really should help as well. Let's collect up a load of that. Oh, wrong button. There we go. There it is, gone again. Oh, Mushy's needing some help. Not in line of sight. I'm rooted right on the wrong thing. That really doesn't help. There we are. Alright, let's do a little bit of damage here. Oh, no, run out of the way. There we go. Yeah, doesn't help having to do that all the time. Yeah. Jalen, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. We just and Eloa, how are you? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. We're just running through some dungeons at the moment, trying to get some XP on my druid here at Jahwakening. There we are. Let's loot some of that whilst we're here. And we're moving round. Get the shipmates whilst we're here. Right, what else are we doing? Okay, so moving on through. I'm just going to follow everyone else, as you seem to know where you're going. And I don't. I'm going to stay out of the way of all of that lot, because that seems like a bad thing to be in. That area. Let's move out of the way of that as well. Yeah, that also seems to be a bad place to be in. There we go. We need to get my AoE down, if I can. So if I get that down. Oh, we also need some healing there. There we go. Okay, we're done on that. Fantastic work on the healing, Mushy. Just leveled your first Horde character to 120. Oh, fantastic. You have a Horde Druid. I wish I had a Horde Druid. This was a Troll Druid, and then I faction changed him when I was doing my Brutosaur challenge, and I haven't faction changed him back. Oh, here we go. Oh, that wasn't good. There we go. Let's move out of the way again. Let's starfall all of that lot instead. There we go. That was a little bit safer that way, I think. Right, where next? Okay.
Let's put your steel to the test.
Lunar Strike, do it on these, stay out of the way of that, focus on that one as we've been told to, move it out of the way. Oh, got caught by that one unfortunately, and then let's do Let's just do some spamming of the buttons here and move out of the way. There we go. Okay, so running through this, taking a totally different path to one you usually take in Freehold. I have no idea in Freehold. I've never really done this one before. So I'm enjoying the new discovery. That's certainly true. Okay, treasure chest, I guess. There we go, extra power. Right, where are we headed next?
Will I ever meet an opponent who can match my skill?
Right. Ooh, seal of questionable loyalty. Sounds good. Okay, so let's carry on. If I stay clear and press my buttons. Oh, got a few extra heads in here. Got pulled into the middle of the melee. Let's just work our way around this side. And we should be in a slightly better position. There we go. Refresh my dots and run through that. Oh, got stunned on that one, unfortunately. Let's move out of the way. There we go. Oh, how you doing, Oreo? Oreo's enjoying the dungeon. It would look like. I take the pig, the rest of you watch. Okay. What happens with the pig? Smelly Buccaneers. Ring of Booty defeated. Just catch him. Okay.
I'm beginning to think this is not a professional setup. Well, grab the pig and you win.
Grab the pig and you win. Really? How do I grab the pig? We watch. This is ridiculous. How do you catch the pig? Oh, did we get it? I got stunned. Okay. This could take a while. I'm just going to literally just run around, will I? Need help? Don't worry, I've got time. This could take a while. Quality content right here. There we go. Take the bacon. Fantastic. Thank you all. That brought a smile to my face. You enjoy that, Oreo? Oh, best change form here. Yeah, let's do a few of these. Oh, shells. Got to avoid shells. Bad idea. There we go. He's down. There we are. How to catch your own food. Yeah, definitely seems that way, doesn't it? Let's move that up a little bit. There we go. I like these introductions. The Shark Puncher. Really? Okay. It's just telling me to mash that button. I'm not sure that's probably the best button to mash. I'm going to go with these ones instead. Oh, there's a shark. Hold up, watch out for the shark. They do a lot of damage, those sharks. I don't trust them. Oh, Oreo's off. There we go. Ring of Booty has been defeated. Fantastic. Next dungeon shows us how to prepare the food. Oreo is entertaining us. Very nice. Oh, very kind of you, Mushy. Shark-eyed grips. Right, can you carry on? Alright, where do we head? Across the bridge? Let's go have a look. Actually looked at the map here. There we go. There we go. Lumi TV, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Oh, thank you very much. Very kind of you. This is the cold making boss. You want a screenshot? Okay. Oh, so I need to move outside of that. Let's go inside. Everyone's inside. I think it'd be better to stay inside. And do a bit of a healing there, if I can. And then I want to go back to platform. And where's my button for the thing that does the thing? That failed. There we go. Let's get some extras in there. Move off to the side. Do that. Press the wrong button again. There we go. Oh, let's just loot that whilst I'm here. There we are. Oh, keep pressing that button. Yes, that's right. Hello, I do have... I keep pressing the wrong button. I keep adding a new tab open with the wrong button. I'm going to have to sort that one out. Because it's really no good. Yeah, it's available in my merch store. The quality's not quite as high as the QWERTY standard, but it is still pretty decent. It survived many washes. I quite like the colour that's come out as well. Oh wow, yeah, look at all that gold. That looks amazing. You definitely have to have a team screenshot at the end of this, with all this gold. Let's take all the gold. Papa Freddy says hi. Oh, thank you very much. Eparvus, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping by. This isn't my normal modus operandi, doing dungeons, but we're doing it for Jahwakening to get some XP. We're almost up to level 114, in fact, looking at this. Let's give you a little top up there. There we go. Freehold's done. Right. And level 114, fantastic. Right, I think we should have a screenshot of everyone for the dungeon. Everyone stand by, ready for a screenshot. On the gold.
Greetings.
There you are. Brutosaur's Inc.
Hi.
That's fantastic. Right, let's take some screenshots. Oh, just missed that one. There we are. Everyone in together. Oh, there's Oreo camera there. We don't need Oreo camera. There we are. Oops, I just locked that one. There we go. Nice screenshot. Thank you all. That's fantastic. Oh, I clicked the wrong button. There we go. Screen captured. Brilliant. Okay. Doing good, how are you? Playing Druid now. I am at the moment as an alt. He's my Alchemist and Herbalist. We're going to get all the professions, hopefully. Yep, I'm ready for all of the professions. The next gunners. Ooh, look at that. Ironhide Captain's Hat. Fantastic. 38-minute XP. Right, let's join the next one. Let's have a look at what we have next. Enter the dungeon. So basically rushing through the dungeons to as much XP as we can. Oh, Waycrest Manor, I like this one.
Welcome home, daughter. I see you brought guests.
Okay, so
Don't you dare call me
what do we need to do here? Let's just zoom out a little bit. Oreo's back. Let's pop your camera back on.
Excellence.
There we go.
Until your father hears of
Right, so I'll do some damage whilst I'm here.
time, I leave you with
There we go, got all of those arms. Solar Wrath. And one of those.
my steel.
How are you doing, Oreos? Oh, let's move out of the way of that one. There we go.
Running off seems like a bad idea. We have more of a plan than
Let's
that,
go join in.
right?
Heroes, your strength is needed. We must see this evil.
Oh, we went the wrong way. Let's go the other side.
We'll investigate the grounds while you dispatch her servants. Good hunting.
Should really be in cat form for a lot of this, I think. Where's everyone? Are they inside? Oh, they're back here. Okay. Do that one as well. End up hating Waycrest because of the Lingering Essence farm. Oh yes, you did have to do that quite a few times at the moment. Yeah. Let's try cat form. I'll be faster this way. I mean Oreo form. I don't know what I can do in terms of cat form wise. I don't think I can do all these because I haven't got the talent spec for it. So I'll have to just regrowth. That's not going to work. There we go. Let's stay in Boomkin form for the moment. There we go. The enchanting rod, yes. Kill who's in just above much quicker. Yeah, the 3 witches at the bottom, but you still need to do this at least once to get the last thing. But I did enjoy doing this dungeon for that. That was good. Let's just get all of these in. Lunar Strike. Right, everyone's in together. So I should be able to just get a dot going in there. Just add those ones in. Just move out of that, and then we'll be alright for that. Okay, wow, I like that explosion, that was quite nice. Just move around. Then we can at least get a few of these in, and oh, we've moved that side, have we? Okay, let's just go this side. And we can do, there we go, go through that one. And we've got lots of little things here, so let's just move through those. Oop, let's get some healing going. There we go. Oh, I can't do anything else there. Hold on, middle mouse button doesn't work. There we go. Lunar Strike. Mash the buttons. Do some damage. There we go. Is that everyone? We can loot a bit of Tide Spray and then head on back. As I said, maggots hurt. Yeah, it looks like. Let's just move around here. There we go. Okay, we're a little bit further in now. Fresh meat. Let's spam that and then do one of those. find it a lot easier when I'm mashing buttons. Still need to be out of the way though. Just some of this, there we go. Raoul the Gluttonous slain.
You go on. Find Lady Waitress. Settle the score.
Gained an extra one there. Let's just move out the way there, and then we can get that one going. Lunar Strike and spam that one, and then we should get a little bit more done. There we go. That was a tough boss. Okay, so, well, it wasn't a boss, it was just a mob. Did a previous ring give you gloves? I'm not sure. Okay, heading around this way, are we? I do like the music in this. Nope, everyone's coming in. Let's just do that. There we go. Witches of Corlane. Yes, those were the ones. The ones down at the bottom. I think, have I already got one? Oh, thank you very much. Oops, wrong button. Out of the way, don't want to be travel form, I want to be in moonkin form. Do the matron, and then we can do this, just get everything down. Apply my dots. Spam the rotation. Do the matron, and then we've got the soulbound Goliath. Just going to make sure I'm pressing the right buttons here, at least so I can do some damage.
The thorns seek your soul.
Lunar strikes, and there we go, that was quite quick. Oh, is it north, is it? Okay. Maybe I got it wrong. Sinister Wicker Talons, congratulations. Alright, let's move on to the next one. See what we can get done here. Oh, let's get extra ones in there. There we go. Oh, there's witches both north and south, is there? Oh, I didn't realise that. The one where the three of them are together is the one I'm thinking of. The ones I thought of were in the south. Those are the ones we did. Okay, let's get the dots down. Lunar strike, get that done. Do another one. Another one. Get the gold. Head on up. I'll just follow behind. I always get lost in dungeons without following people. I don't know if anyone else is like that. I always struggle to work out where I'm going.
I was promised
Head on round the slow way rather than jumping. Oh, I seem to gain some extras. Seem to got everyone in here now. Let me just move out of the way as I'm silenced. Can't quite see what's going on here, so let's just move around to the side, I think. Then I can help out there. Right, let's carry on and do some actual damage now. This is a bit silly. There we go. Can I help out with dispelling people? Because remove corruption was not working on decursive. Okay. There we go, should be doing that one. Solar Wrath should do that one. There we go. Oh. Not a good idea. Looks like I'm controlled. Ah, that's what will happen before. Don't blame him, he's drunk. There we go. Right, okay, let's do that, and then that, and then we can do this one. Okay, Darkwing Gent, thank you ever so much for stopping by. There we go, let's do that. Heart's Vein, done. There we go. Let's get the extra ones done whilst we're here. I hope you have a great rest of your evening, Darkwing Gent. Thank you very much. Right, let's have a look what we've got. Extra bits. And then follow around here. And then we go down in the basement. Lord and Lady Raycrest, and then we have what do we have? The big guy at the end. Right, where are we? There we go. Do one of those. Some. One of those, one of those. Oh, so we actually have a target. There we go. Then we can move back here. Oh, that's that matron there. Concentrate on you, and then we can do that. Do some solar wraths. And then we should be alright for that. Can't see you. Where are you gone? There you are. Then we move further down. Both those are really... Everyone is human. Right, where are we on next? Yeah, I think it's been a long time for me too. Okay, let's just see who have we got marked, and then we can do some damage here. And then do some of those. Right, okay, so next up is Lord and Lady Waycrest.
Oh, look,
There we go.
your
There's the Lord.
has arrived. Our bonds can never be broken. Our bond can never be broken. I will never let him go.
Oh, he keeps on gaining in health, although she's nearly done in health as well, so we're kind of done for both of them. There we go. There we go, both of those done. Mr. Deadfellow, how are you? May I ask, what my operations for crafted gear? When you use XXX crafting, you just get a message that it's invalid.
At long last, the nightmare is over.
Let me have a look at that after this dungeon, once you've done everything.
You lack vision. Death is an inevitable force that stalks you at every turn.
Goraktul,
Where are we, everyone?
how is this
Goraktul.
possible? My
Let's just do all of
ancestors
that.
defeated you ages ago.
Your ancestors wiped out my people.
There we are. Take them
They
here.
could not destroy me.
There we go.
For countless years, I waited to enact my vengeance until, at long last,
There we go. All of those done. There we go.
provided me the means. Death consumes
I'll just finish Goraktul, and then I'll have a look at your operations.
Them aflame before the Trust King resurrects them.
There we go. There we go. Right, okay, so that's going through. It says did not post item because your minimum price, 110% crafting, is invalid. So do you have a price for your crafted materials would be my first thought there.
Sterntide and I will hold them here. You have to finish this.
There we go. He's done. Waycrest Manor is done. So do your crafted items have a profit next to them?
a vessel. I
Would be my question there.
in the blighted lands.
Yep, certainly can, Bullywolf. It was, if we look at the map,
We've done it.
I'm going to Drostavar. Oh, you can't quite see it, but it was down here somewhere. I can show you better on Samadan, where I've discovered all of this.
Thank you, heroes. You've broken the coven and released us
From what I remember.
power. We are in your
Okay,
debt.
no worries, Mushy. Now, the other thing we were looking at was the groups for posting of crafting. So, looking at something like, say, Panther stuff. Let's have a look at that. Picture of ducks. Look at the operations for crafting, auctioning. Looking at crafting minimum. This one. Let's look at this one. So the standard operation is like, for me, maximum 110% crafting or 40% DB market, average between DB market, DB region market. You're posting it on your bank account. Obviously, you haven't set the prices for Expulsum. Aha, there we go. That explains it. I was thinking it was down to the prices of something. Okay, we have 16 minutes, so we should be able to do another dungeon briefly. There we go. So getting a good amount of, what have we got? Experience gained in Cultiris and Zanzibar is increased by 10%, does not work above level 120. Yeah, that makes sense. So just running through this, we've done well. Level 114, well, almost halfway through 114 in fact, which is pretty nice. Doing the random dungeons certainly helps. go, let's enter again. Who are we missing? Zephyra. Too much duck time. Ah, right. This is Shrine of the Storm. Now, I did this once, I believe. Can't remember how to do this one.
Must be cleansed of Lord
Yeah.
Stormsong's evil, heroes.
So I want to do a Kill My Priest. That would be interesting. That would be very interesting.
Even now.
I'm not that great a healer. That's the main problem, though. There we go. They went down quickly. So, Shrine of the Storm, done for the first time on Jahwakening. At least part of this is outside, which is nice. Not regrowth, we want that. One of those, one of those, one of those. Okay, let's carry on round. Do that and that. Hi, good evening, Nate. How are you doing? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. Looks like we've got a lot of things here, so let's get some AoE going. Starfall. Oh, got stunned that time. Not so good. Let's just heal people up and get back into the fray. Oh, stunned again. That hurts. Oh, unfortunately I died. Do I need to release, or do we have a rezzing ability? It's me that needs to... we're right in the entrance anyway, so let's just go straight back in, I think. There we go, should be easier. Yep, that was too much, wasn't it? No worries. Just bought 600 stacks of tie spray at 1 gold a piece. Gonna craft pants, yeah, for weeks. You bet you will. At that price. Oh. Didn't quite realise we were still here. Whoops. Let's get myself out of the way. There we go. Right, okay, so back into the fray. One of those, got rooted this time. And then we can at least do some damage. And then deal some here. Too much healers heal. Something like that. There we go. Or should you disenchant them and be the leader on enchanting mats? Maybe do a bit of both, Nate. I certainly did that when I was doing the same with Shalderai silk and getting the pants off the shuffle with those. It was a similar kind of situation. And then in that case, I at least made the satchels, but obviously slightly different in Legion now. In BFA compared to Legion. Right, what else have we got here? There's another one there. Okay, got those a little bit more. Keep forgetting to press that one. Give me the extra version. Yeah, that's the one that hurts, isn't it? There we go, done that at least. There we go. Amazing group is really strong. Wonder who that is. I wonder, Speckett. Has a great name as well. Got stunned on those. That slam down really does hurt, doesn't it? But 8.2, the market on enchanting mats isn't changing, so you can just stockpile and make tons more. Profit. But that took you down to 1.2 million. Wow, okay. Yeah, I'm interested to see what happens with enchanting in 8.2. Yeah, I can imagine. Bandy streaming, good evening to you, hope you're doing well. Oh, we've got to stay out the water or something, haven't we? I can't remember. This guy. Yeah, right, let's start with that. Let's do a few of these. There we go. Doing alright. By the way, Bandy's okay. Stream cart was because Bandy alone was already taken. Fair enough. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. We're just running through some dungeons at the moment whilst we're making the use of our XP buff, which is really quite cool. Which one are we doing? That one over there, it looks like. Always the last one for me to spot. There we are, there's another one over there. There we go, both of those done. Let's stay on the edge here. Make sure we do that. What do you guys think? We got the bank space hold, no telling how much dust at Umbras, but it'll take a week off. Craft honourable, add in the veiled crystals. Yeah, I think having the veiled as well is going to be very good for the enchanting mats, definitely. And then just make the enchants as best you can. Going to run through this. I am kind of just button mashing, hoping that something's going to do some damage. It's okay if I just stand still and do these, but sometimes it can be tricky. There we go. Already stockpiled 800 dust and like 2,500 umbras and 400 veiled. Okay, that's a good amount. You should be fine for a good while on that. I guess the thing with Stormsong Valley is it's always raining. Let's go round. Where is everyone? There we are. Let's get a one of those going. Yeah. 8,000 Mr. Zero. Yeah. Okay, even more then. Looks like we've got some more coming in. Move out of the way of that. I guess I'll stand in here. That should help. Let's just deal all of that whilst we're here. There we go. And then we can just do some extra damage. There we go. Okay. Is that everyone done? Let's get some extra gold and tide spray. And it looks like we're going to head on further down. Want to compare yourself to smaller goal makers? Say their stock size is small, and you're free to compare yourself to me. Very true. Rasheen definitely has a lot of stock in many areas. Dottie is fast asleep, yes, definitely. Oh, move out of the way. Oh, didn't quite make it. I guess I'll run back. I don't think we have a res here, do we? No one can res. Hunter, mage, demon hunter. I don't think monks can res, can they? I think I'm the only one who can res, so I'll come back. I'll run back. Should be easy enough. Oh, too late. Didn't realise Mushy could do a res. I'll just run back, it shouldn't take too long. We've got some outside areas. That's if I can remember the way. That's the only slight problem. Right, I'm guessing it's down here. Avoid those. Where there's mobs, avoid. Where there's no mobs, travel. That's the general feeling. There we are. See everyone over there. There we are. Like 50 in chance. Yeah, that's quite a lot. Well, not a lot. A lot for me, but not a lot for the likes of Rasheen and everyone else. The intent of the sentence stays the same. There we go. We're here. There we go. 600 by 2,000. That's a stockpile. 800 is a working amount. Oh, I'm in the middle of an area again. Stay out of the way of things. Not looking at what I'm standing in. That's the main problem. There we go. Sufficiently healed. Now I can actually... Oh, everyone's dead. Okay. I didn't contribute very well on that one, apart from nearly getting myself killed again. Let's do another one. Let's get these dots on everything. They all seem to be running away. There we are, they're all done. Loot a little bit, that's for sure. Right. So, Faye first. Which one? Brother, got to Faye. That one. Okay.
The tide shall take you.
Now on to the brother. There we go. Okay. That was a bit better. Let's go check what's in here. That's right, Splinter. There we go. Oh, which direction am I going in? Didn't see. There we are. This way, I guess. Lord Stormsong and Volsith the Whisperer. Okay, where are we off to next? Won't sell quick enough. Been doing a chance selling raw mats. Fair enough. Now, I remember dying here as Samadan a while ago, so I need to just make sure not to do that this time, which is watching out for all the things. in, that in, that in, move out of the way of that. And then just do the damage, mash a few buttons. Stay out of that. I think my main problem is with this keyboard is I might have to look at getting one of those MMO mouses or something like that, because I'm taking my hands off the movement whilst I'm trying to do all of the button mashing of the spells, trying to get some sort of rotation going or something like that, and I don't think I'm that effective as a result, especially when I have to look down at the keyboard as well. I think you bought it, didn't you, Nate? Oreo's having a good stretch out. There we go, move out of the way of that. Yeah. Got the rod, so you've got 3 or 4 different things you could do. You used the Razer Naga since 6 years ago, so change your gaming life. No way could you do without it anymore. Yeah, I've heard people say good things about ones like that. Anything with it just has like loads of buttons on the for your thumb to press, isn't it? There's lots of slimy tentacles here. Okay, let's just start mashing this a little bit more. Some posted 600 stacks of 1 gold 50. Now you can vendor it at 1 gold 90. Yeah, I mean that's the sort of dream thing. If you know that you can do the vendor flip on them and they're that price, then there's no harm in just buying them all up. I certainly did that with Shalder Ice Silk back in the day. Let me just stretch my legs out again. Not quite here. There we go. Let's just get a few of these in. Could do with doing a not a solar wrath, a AoE thing. There we go. Let's get that done. Press 4 on that. Ooh, what am I dying on? Be dying somehow. There we go. Now I'm not dying. 50k in no times. Stiff enough you don't press them accidentally, and comfy enough so you make your hand hurt very a lot. Totally removes the problem that you just described, where moving and casting at the same time, only the left hand is the issue. Kind of click both L and R mouse button to move to if it isn't optimal. Okay, that sounds useful. That does sound useful. I'll have to look into them. Hold on, I'm missing out on everything else. Do I know the next boss and how to do it? Not a clue. Don't die would be about as far as I know. One thing says you paid up till 2025 so you can sit on it if needed. Yeah, I think you got it covered really. Run from the orb. If orb, clean up other orb. Okay. So don't be the orb, but unless I am the orb, then run towards it.
We must return to the sea, and Queen Azara
Yes.
will grant us the power.
Something to do with orbs. We should be fine.
For the last time, join me, or
And get in healing range.
Never.
then I shall cast your body.
Okay, let's stay close.
Depths, to be crushed.
If one orb follows you, run away.
Eternity.
Oh, okay, these orbs. I'll just keep running away like that. There you go. Do we do you whilst you're... I guess we do. There we go. There we go. Okay. One of the two works. And then what's next?
You turned against the
Okay.
tide.
Findings of the caller.
Now, you have been
What's next?
pulled underneath it.
Oh,
Something is
oh, okay.
not right.
Down we go. Okay.
Darkness still festers here. Be wary, heroes. Some unseen evil still lurks in the dark. We must press on to remove its influence from the shrine.
Okay. Swim through this, avoid the jellyfish. I think I did this once before. It was a while ago. And disenchant the blues. Okay. Guess you don't worry about time spray again for a pretty good while. Yeah, I imagine so. Where do we head? Oh, watch out for those.
Tide Mother, do not listen to its whispers. This horror will try to twist your
Go here.
souls.
There we go. Let's go keep you healed. Okay, there we go. And then do that. Do that. Oh no, I'm still on regrowth. There we go. There we go. At least got one down. There we go. No worries, Nate. Definitely listen to Rasheen. She has the best advice. As does Mushy. They are way more experienced than myself in a lot of aspects of the game. The new raid is here too. Well, that's going to be interesting then. Oh yes, it is. I saw it on Methods thing. Oh yes, I see. Yeah, I remember this character. I reside within your lungs. That's a bad idea. Let's move out the way. Okay, let's just do a few of these. Oh, ooh, what's happened now? Do a Forgotten Denizen, I guess. Solar Wrath, do a few of those. Let's move out of the way of that. That looks like it's doing me damage. There we go. Oh, that one's done. Oh, we're back. Okay. It's absorbing that. That's not working. Okay, let's try one of those. There we go, that's better. That's the damage. And we're done. Okay, fantastic. Well, that works. I'll await you in the dark. Okay. And what did you get there?
Interfere in my affairs. What makes you think you can oppose my will?
Queen Ashara. Ah, yes.
Enjoy this.
Victory. It'll be your last.
Will be your last.
Interesting.
I can feel the dark presence receding.
Brother Pike.
The shrine will be whole again.
There we go. I think we're done. Yes. That's brilliant. We did loads there. We're at 114, very nearly 115. So that's pretty amazing progress using the XP buff for that. We've used that up now.
Thank you, heroes.
So what I think I'll do
And hope to the Kultiran people.
is I'll head out from here. I'll take a quick bio break. thank you everyone for your help on that. That was really useful. So pop through the portal. Oh, sorry, Ario. Right. XP blocked and geared up, most definitely. That was very handy. So what I'll do is I'll just take a quick bio break now, and then we'll come back and decide what we're going to do next with Jahwakening. Can use my long boy, certainly. I'll leave him parked up. There we are, next to Mushies. There we go, got a choice of two. Brilliant. Okay. I'll be back in a moment. Right, we're back. Right, there we go. We're back. What did I miss? Let's have a look and see where we're at. What did I miss? 120k, I thought you said 50k. We spent around 160k. 120k is nice. There's another 120k at 2 gold 30. Wow, okay. Don't need to buy that one as well. The expansion is long, it's very true. Thinking of the long game. On your server it was as low as 1 gold, wow. That clip for some extra laughs. What was that one? Was that the chasing the pig? Really? Yeah. That was good. I'll remember that one. On your server it was as low as 1 gold. Wow, okay. You can get it for that though, definitely. 230 is the price you'd buy it, but you're playing the long game. If you have to, 230 is the price that will last most likely for the next expansion, should they drop massively this expansion, find yourself not able to make a profit. It's fair enough. Time to discount all your bank that are full of epic and rare items. Hey Daniel, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping by. Right, okay. Doing very well. We've just done a whole load of dungeons and the invasion before that to get the boost. So we're doing very well for XP at the moment. And then the next thing we need to sort of think about is, okay, so where are we at? We've got a load of stuff in our bags. We can probably... Oreo, that's my knee. Could you just let go of my knee? Thank you. He's wanting some attention. He's literally just putting his claws into my knee of my jeans. Right, so let's have a quick look. Now, all this talk of tie spray is making me wonder what the price of tie spray is here for me. Actually, let's have a look. We've got some in our bags. Not B. There we go. Take that. Bags. Tie spray linen. I'm sure I had some. There it is. Just have a quick search just to see what the prices are like on here. For the moment, we are currently at 2 gold 33. No huge stacks like you've got. The closest we've got is 5 stacks of 200 here at 249. But it's a really good price. I mean, I've already got 24,000, but my average purchase price is 4 gold 26. There's a lot of multi-boxes, yeah. You will get a lot of tide spray on your server. But that's pretty reasonable there. Bone Arrow, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. Yeah. So, looking at that, we're also looking at the herbs as well before we finished here. And these are all looking fairly expensive from my server's point of view. Price jumped to 5 instantly because of the bottles being banned. Interesting. Interesting indeed. I mean, I could buy some of those. I'm not going to do it on Jahwakening though. I want to focus on alchemy. So, going back to alchemy, we were looking at that thing that I needed the Siren's pollen for. Let's have a look at my alchemy. What was it? It was this Endless Tincture of Renewed Combat. This one, which restores the health whenever you kill a target that yields experience or honour. Which needed Siren's Pollen. We needed 20 of it. But buying it at 37 seemed a little bit expensive, even though that is telling me it is a profit to do it at that one. I haven't cleaned the bags now, actually. That's a good point. There's a load of stuff we need to deal with. Let's have a look. And TSM wise, let's go here. And we'll sell trash. That's the easy start. Clear out that. Missed 3, so we'll just manually do those. 1, 2, 3. And then what are we left with here? So what did we pick up? Are there any upgrades? So we have... so we could upgrade our captain's hat for a 242 going up to 280. So that's... okay, Speckett, no problems. So looking at this, there's a choice here. Do we... thanks so much for the advice. My office is about to drag you to the store. No worries, Nate. Have a good rest of your day. So let's have a look here. So Iron-Tide Captain's Hat, it's item level 280. So we would lose the XP bonus of the heirloom, but we would gain an Azeroth leather head. So to me it seems more useful to take that in replacement of that one. And then I'm going to go through these. So that's the hat, that's fine. That one's fine, we've got better on all of these. And then these hands are item level 340, but we can't wear those until we're level 120, unfortunately. And the same with the shark hide grips. And the same with the parrot feather cloak. So we'll have to wait until we're level 120 before we can do something with those. And everything else is not a gain for us on that. So I think I'll take these. Well, I'll have to decide on one of these. Just got 40k item value from disenchanting, dropped into dungeons. Very nice. Don't replace your arrow. Not worth it. Do you not think so, Wisios? Ah, Sherlock, how are you? Able to make it from the Phileas game to catch a little on the stream. Well, nice of you to stop by. I hope you're doing well. What else did I miss? I better go willingly. Yes, definitely. The goblin on... Oh, actually the goblin. On your realm, there's 1,260 stacks of tide spray at 2.3 to 2.5 gold. That is a lot of tide spray. 1,260 stacks. Would you buy that? It's an interesting amount, isn't it? Do I need to post any of this lot on? Let me just check that. One moment. Auctioning. Run a post. Scan. Some of these are below min price. Okay, so we'll leave those. One of these I'm going to put in the... I'm going to put all of these in the bank for the moment until such time as I am level 120, and then I'll be able to make use of them. So let's find a clear spot. Ooh, this is looking a bit full. What's all this stuff? I've got all sorts of rubbish in here. I've got recipes, I've got jewellery. Okay, I'm going to have to probably spend a little bit of time sorting that out. I won't do that tonight though. So I'll do my usual, just dump some stuff in and leave it till another day. Seems to be my modus operandi. There was a weapon there I spotted. 231 for the polearm. Versus my 231 war staff. Okay, so that's fine, I'll keep that. Disenchant values 151. Now, we don't have a scrapping value for that one. You bought 3,600 deep sea satin at 30 gold. That's a pretty good amount, I would say. Or at least 2,000 stacks in the last 2 weeks for 1.8 at most. Wow. What else did we miss? Hold on. XP boost is better than the stats at my current level. When you max to 120, then the gear will be better than heirlooms. But right now, XP is what you want. Yeah, that is one of the considerations really for that. So my thinking behind it is survivability over everything else, because this will also give me the Azeroth bonuses as well as the heirlooms. I mean, currently we're at 114. Right, we should hopefully be okay. Okay, I think the internet is back. Many apologies for that. Everything seems to have crashed for the moment. Let me try connecting back in. My connection tells me there's a problem, but let's see if we can load back up. No, that's saying it's okay. The lights are on my screen. So with any luck, we should go back in. There we go. Many apologies, everyone. Hopefully we are back in business. I think. Let's have a look. Are we back? Let's have a look. Let's do a refresh on that one. See if that's working. Oh, we're still relaxed. We got that one. We can hear me. Okay, brilliant. Okay, there we go. We're back. Okay, fantastic. And we're back. Apologies for that. We seem to have lost internet for a brief moment. So me getting a new internet provider didn't help on that front. So we were looking at the Azeroth power. Before we crashed, I was having a look at this. So let's just run this through. We were looking at Power of the Moon, additional periodic damage, or your damaging spells and abilities have a chance to fling a dagger at your target, causing them to bleed for physical damage, stacking up to... Okay. Lunar Empowerment. That seems a better way, I think. That's more damage, it would seem. Let's try that. Throwing daggers sounds good. And then, when dealt damage greater than 10% of your maximum health, gain avoidance. Or this one, you heal. So we did that one before, so I'm going to do this one for another one. So just kind of like mix them up a little bit, rather than stack them. There we go. Okay, so we're done on that front. So let's have a look at where else we're at in terms of our bags. We're looking pretty full of random stuff. So what could we possibly do here? We've got all this is like miscellaneous herbs and things that we connected. These can go in the guild bank along with all of the extra bits and pieces. So let's just go and tidy some of this up. Cloth and tide spray, deep sea satin, tide spray linen, and then cooking wise, oh, we've got some bones here that can go in there. Now leather should have a slot here. We can put some coarse leather in there. There's also thick leather there. Not sure if I need that for anything. Let's put that in the miscellaneous tab over here. Thick leather can go in there. Then we've got a little bit of foodie bits and pieces, which would probably go in this section. So briny flesh, meaty haunch, stringy loins. Just clear those out. We've got some expulsum if we need it. Collecting all the herbs for the moment. The monolite ore I don't really need, so that's going to currently go in there. And that heavy leather can go in as well. Large knapsack, 12 slot bag. I don't think I've used that for anything. Oh, satchel of plundered jewels. Let me just open this up. What's this got inside of it? Viridium, soulstone and rubellite. Okay, that could be useful for something later. Not sure at this point though. So let's just add it to the guild bank. We've already got some in there. There we go. Golden barrel, list now on auction house. Oh yes, let's have a look. Quick golden barrel, we do have some. There we go. Let's go have a look. I've also picked up Soul of the Sea. What was that? 244 ring. Okay, interesting. We'll have a look at that in a moment. Quick golden barrel. Let's just go and have a look at this. So, shopping. Where's my bags? Bring that up. Quick golden barrel. So currently at 19 gold here. So it looks like that's been reset. I've sold 20 for... Wow, did I actually sell some for 152 gold? That's amazing. That must have been early days. When was it last sold? 44 days ago. That's not that long ago, actually. Okay, and we're currently looking at min buyout is 20 versus 13. So, quick golden barrel, is that worth putting on at this price? You reckon, buy them all? I mean, that's something I'd probably have to do on Samadan. 20,000 gold. Could we gamble with that? Buy them all and reset. What was my average purchase price? I don't have one at the moment. How much would 53? Relists at 30 gold. You know what? Can we do this on Jahwakening? Let's try. Let's give this a go. How much do we need for the hand-in? You need 20. Okay. Right, they're all gone. Which is why we sold 20 for that price. 152. Oh, hold on. Can't ride a Brutosaur to save my life. Sorry, Elliot. Let's go back. Okay, let's have a look. So, pick up our purchases. How many stacks of 20 do we need? Or do we have, rather? How much is that total? 58 total. Let's do a quick reload and get another load through. Renew my Brutosaur license. Yeah, definitely. Definitely not safe to drive. Not upstairs anyway. Stairs seems to be the problem. Okay, so how much did that cost us gold wise? We're at 18,700, so that didn't cost us too much. So let's have a look. What's that? 74 we have. Okay. Oh, we've got another one there that's on for... Oh, that's a bid, is it? Okay. Can we bid on that one? Let's just get rid of that. And then can we post directly? Okay, so going 24 hours, I guess. Max is 74, so we actually want to change that to 20. Like so. And max of 3. And we're going to go for a buyout of... Now manage the jump and getting around the boat with the Brutosaurs. Wow. Till 9 AM. Okay, well let's try 33. So 12 is enough. Okay, we'll do that. It'll be cheaper to list. And then the min price, we bought them for under 20, didn't we? So let's try 23. There we are. So deposit is 22. 3 stacks of 20. Let's try that. And a rescan. There we go. So we'll see what happens on that front. You reckon easily at 50? I mean, I did sell for 152. But it's only going to be on the... on the auction house for a small amount of time. So I'm going to... That stopped it a bit, and it's horde, and it's late. Yes, exactly. There's it's worth a go. Let's see what happens. Obviously, Shadow Song is mainly Alliance, so that is another factor to bear in mind.
Have anything ancient to trade? Needs to be at least 2 centuries old.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. You never know. And keep it for the next turn in. Exactly. I'll just pop it back in the guild bank afterwards. Alright, hello Warriors, how are you? Right, so, that done, let's have a look at Herbalism. There's not a lot we can do alchemy-wise until we actually do things like maybe go and visit the... We haven't visited our farm, actually. That's something we haven't done. If you need future, leave this demon hunter tank locked XP for the future. That's very kind of you, Dado. If you do need to go on further, 1400 invested, 2600 if sale. I think it's something like that. I'll have to have a look. Let me have a look at my auctions. So yeah, 671 times 3. So yeah, that's at least 1800. Need it this way, so easy to farm. Oh right, okay, fair enough. Right, those are all on. Okay, Speckett, thanks ever so much for hanging out tonight. Appreciate your company. We'll be doing story time a little bit later, probably in another sort of 10 minutes or so. So have to catch the VOD on that one, or when I pop it up onto YouTube. We're going to go and carry on with now a couple of options here. Okay, Dado, no problem. Thanks ever so much for stopping by. Now, choices. What do I do in sort of like the next few minutes whilst I'm working out what have we got here? We've got bad deal. Let's do that. Hand that in. Whilst we've got stuff going on here, let's finish off a few bits and pieces. No, I haven't been watching the Mythic tournament actually. Where's the bad deal? Ah, here you are. There we go. A scam was it? You have my apologies. Put you in harm's way. Complete the quest. Extra XP and Azeroth power. And then there's something else going on over here. For the Herbalism. We did a quest of this. So let's just do that. Hand that in. Oh, we've got some more stuff we need here. Aromatic pollinator. Covered in pollen actually gives me an idea, but you may not like it. Okay. You want to learn how these bees are so good at harvesting pollen, but if you show up, they'll start swarming you. What you got is a problem that can be solved with a little alchemy. Just happen to have this potion that once drunk will turn the imbiber into a plant. Okay. Drink the potion and allow bees to harvest the pollen. Okay. We also need these. Here in Spirit. The Herbalism Technique Star Moss Rank 2. Yes, please. And we'll also have Cultural Significance. We'll accept that one. And we'll also meet Sweet Flower. And we'll do that as well. Okay, there we go. You have a friend playing it. Oh, what? Fantastic. 40k. In 40k. Wow. That's pretty cool. Good luck to 40k. Hope they do well. What's here in a jitter plant? No, not that. Anything from that? Not that I saw. Okay, so we've got some Herbalism quests picked up. We could probably do some of that. Cultural Significance, we can start on that as well. We might as well carry on with this. What have we got here?
Good day to you.
A friend of mine's fellow military has a job at Great Stone Keep. Check the fort for me, probably just being paranoid. Let's pick this up for now. Might as well. Oh, method doing it as well, are they? Okay. What else have you got here?
Let me show you what.
Bundle of furs. To lift the bundle of furs. Yep, we can do that. But what we did want to do is cultural significance. So let's carry on here. We've got someone to speak to, probably inside here, I'd imagine. Looks like they're down here. Ah yes, you're the quartermaster. We'll do that.
Ahoy.
What can you tell me about this sea stalk?
Always loyal.
My sister's husband gave her a sea stalk before setting off on a 4-month voyage, only to have the flower wilt on the 3rd day. She was out of her mind with grief, but because she knew about it early, she was able to ration her coin to provide for her kids. What does that mean? Why was a sea stalk so important? Do you eat it? Let's have a look. Let's carry on down. And what do they say here about the herbs and things? Flynn, what do you say? What can you tell me about this sea stalk? Some sailors consider them bad luck, almost tempting fate. Others want their loved ones to not have to wait for bad news. I don't begrudge either. Okay, the mystery continues. And what about you, young sir? Oh. Well, that didn't help. He just disappeared. Oh, there he is. Ask Joseph Furlong about sea stalks. I would, but he keeps disappearing on me. It's a bug. Okay. That's not going to help, is it? I thought it was some part of the quest. Can we do it on the side? Can we speak to you this way? Okay. He's behind the pillar. Is he really? Okay, that's very weird. Have I tried to farm gold at Hook Point in Borealis? I haven't tried gold, but I have done the tide spray farm of that. We did the we did do the 2x4 farm there once, and that was really good. We'll have to do it from down here. There we go. I thought that was a weird part of the quest where this sea stalk was so mysterious that this person was dying as you got close to them, like that. And that was going to be part of the quest. Very strange. Right, let's go head back and deal with that one. Kind of a, technically you're changing zone there. I see. Oh, we've got, what else do we need to do? We've got stuff to do in here. Okay, let's not get distracted. Let's carry on. Do one thing at a time. Jahwakening. So I'm about to call myself Samadan then, but I meant Jahwakening as we're playing Jahwakening. So let's do cultural significance. To that one. So sea stalk has a unique magical property that allows the stalk to provide the flower water, even if the flower is cut off. Sailors will give their loved ones a flower and keep the stalk on themselves. So if they fall overboard, the salt water kills the flower. What you hold is more than a stick, it's a family member's life. As for your lesson, unlike most other magic plants, the best material to harvest for magical essence is the stem, not the leaves or the flower. Okay. And that gives us rank 2. Gather sea stalk more effectively. Well, that's definitely worth doing. We definitely want that. So we need to do some more of those type of quests. Bundle of furs needs to be delivered. We also, what was the other one for herbalism down here? Emergency transplant, riverbud seeds planted. That's just over here. We could possibly do that. But we're running low on time here, and I'd like to do a little bit of story time just for the end. So what I'll do is I'll park that for now. We at least managed to get a little bit more progress on alchemy and herbalism, as well as doing all that lovely questing and dungeoning on Jahwakening. So we made some really good progress. Let's park myself somewhere near the mailbox, I think. That'll be easiest. Actually, no, let's go find somewhere that's got good music background. Let's go back over to Storm Song, because I love the background music on that. And then we'll get ready for a little bit of story time just at the end. Let's go down here. Right, so I haven't done this in a while. So I've been reading from the Collector's Edition novella. I've been going through the Alliance side first. I haven't done the Horde side yet. But I think I'll finish off with... So we've read a fair amount. What had happened... Tavar to not be honoured. Delarin did something. Samadan bossing is not one of them. Then said change back, he straightened. Deceptive shadow, he had wrapped his hand and fell away. How are you at impersonate? Oh, that guy was impersonating various things, that was it. Okay. Delaran had a mission. That was the quest. Okay, so let's find ourselves somewhere nice to sit. There we go. And then we'll have the moon in the background. There we go. Looking nice and majestic. Okay, so let's carry on. A little bit of story time at the end. Even your cat came to the screen to listen. Fantastic. Right. Everything hinged on trickery, and that was not Delaran's strength, but it was the only option left other than fighting and dying while the siege engines rolled over her body on the Horde's implacable march toward Teldrassil. When the scouts returned with news that the Horde's own scouts were a few hours away, Delaran's company melted into the shadows of the forest that embraced Astranar. Delaran herself was perched in a tree, thinking how easy it would have been for the Ferrin to have climbed it. She could almost see him on a topmost branch, his tail switching playfully as he waited for her to catch up to him. She should accept that he was dead, but if she did, she would have to grieve him, and she could not yet. So she told herself he was fighting elsewhere. Elune knew there were plenty of opportunities to kill Horde, and he loved a good fight. Loves a good fight. The first test was the Horde scouts. Would they notice anything amiss? They looked tired, Delaran thought. Sure enough, after a cursory prowl around the perimeter of Astronar's lake, during which, of course, they found no hint of the elves concealed only a few hundred yards away. One of them, a blood elf, stuck his toe on the boot beneath a corpse and lifted it appraisingly. Rogue's blade, he said. Here too, a troll replied. He sniffed at a second corpse. Bloody. Delaran tensed. Would the troll investigate further, lift the cape to discover the gaping sword wound it hid? There would be nothing left then but to kill the scouts and abandon the area to the Horde. But I can catch distinct poison, the troll continued. Those who did not die fled, I would imagine, said the blood elf. Cowards. Lot of us gotten killed by those cowards, the troll replied. The other scout shrugged. Delaran, weary as she was, could have shouted in delight. Hours ticked by. The Horde infantry arrived and set up base camp on the highly defensible island, as Delaran had intended. Carts and caravans rumbled up. Delaran's muscles ached from remaining still, but they tensed as High Overlord Saurfang dismounted from one of the carts. He was smarter and more careful than most she had seen in this army. Would he notice what the others had not? He did not. He simply inquired about a battle that had not taken place, and grunted his approval when a female orc suggested that the night elves had been slain by their rogues. Saurfang passed within range of Delaran's bow. She did not fire, nor did anyone else. Silently she thanked Elune for their and her restraint and discipline. An hour later, the load siege engines arrived, grinding to a halt along the main road to Astranar. Delaran slipped down the tree, resuming her watch from the lower limb. The branch extended far enough that she had an excellent view of the inn's interior, as well as one of the entrances. She made eye contact with Tavar in another tree and nodded. He returned the nod and disappeared. A half hour later, a Forsaken, taller than most, and wearing armour and mark of Sylvanas Windrunner's personal guard, approached the inn. It took her 3 full heartbeats to realise it was young Tavar. Elune has blessed you with a gift, dark though it may be, she thought. May her blessing follow you. Tavar strode with confidence to the inn. This was the final test, the one which everything hinged. If Tavar succeeded... He paused at the entrance. She leaned forward, straining to hear, and marvelled at the strange, sepulchral timbre of the Forsaken in his voice. He was very good. High Overlord Saurfang? Outside, now. High Overlord Saurfang, however, was in no mood to cooperate. He fixed Tavar with a glare, then returned his attention to his maps. He said something Dalaran couldn't catch. She strained to listen. Tavar tried again. The war chief is waiting for you. Do you not follow her commands, High Overlord? Dalaran frowned. Be careful, Tavar. Fortunately, Saurfang did not seem to notice the over-the-top performance, for he started toward the door. Then he paused. Has he? He had not. Saurfang had merely left his axe on the table and now retrieved it. But another orc had observed what her commander had not. Dalaran's heart sped up as the orc stepped between Saurfang and Tavar and said something that Dalaran couldn't hear. I am the emissary of my queen, Tavar said. That should be enough for the likes of you. Dalaran could hear the slight panic, and she said a prayer to Elune that the enemy had not noticed. Saurfang gripped his axe and spoke more words Dalaran could not hear. You have your orders. Outside, High Overlord. How long will you disobey the war chief? Tavar had recovered some. His voice sounded almost bored, but it was too late. Dalaran knew it, and so she suspected, with a sick, sorrowful pang did Tavar. Saurfang strode forward, and Dalaran could now hear the old orc. I do not believe you care a bit for the war chief. Tell me, Night Elf, what name does Malfurion call you? Elune, no, please. Draw your blades, assassin, or die running. There was nothing Dalaran could do. She watched helpless, grieving and angry, as Saurfang charged, as Tavar, so young, so full of talent and promise, drew his daggers and struck out at the High Overlord of the Horde. The blow did not land. Saurfang's did, cutting cruelly through the youth's neck. The disguise disappeared as Tavar fell to the floorboards, and through a shimmer of futile tears, Dalaran saw his true features the final time. The orc did too. Surprise showed on his weathered green face, as Saurfang no doubt realized how young his opponent had been. Saurfang said something, his voice almost kind. Tavar spat on the High Overlord's boots before he died. Now, too late for Tavar, Saurfang strode outside the inn. Dalaran had thought herself beyond hurting, but she had been wrong. Her hands tightened on the branches. You succeeded, Tavar. Be at peace. Listen well. Does the Horde need a reminder that we are in a war? Saurfang bellowed, fury radiating from him. Does the Horde need... He broke off. No, Dalaran cried silently. Weary from fighting and lack of sleep, the old warrior had almost let down his guard enough for the ambush to work. It still will, she told herself. The High Overlord of the Horde raced for the supposed safety of Astronar's inn, but the ground beneath his feet began to shiver like a wild beast preparing for an attack. The air felt thick and heavy as Dalaran allowed herself a fierce, almost cruel grin as her hair stood on end. She covered her ears. The enormous sound, like a boulder crashing from a cliffside, nearly deafened her away. Anyway, as the earth quaked from the impact, Malfurion storm rage, all fury and grace and power, landed where Saurfang had been standing a scant second before. Look, Narosh! Saurfang shouted. To arms indeed, Dalaran thought. Now, for Tavar, and Vanara, and Marua, and even Anaris for Ferin. For all those who had died, Dalaran did not believe in revenge, but she believed in justice. And this was justice. With war cries rippling from their throats, the elven company dropped from the concealment of the trees and joined their beloved Shando in battle. Gone was the gentle protective Shando, who pitched his voice softly, and whose movements were so light they scarce seemed to harm the grass upon which his cat-like paws fell. In his place stood an embodiment of wrathful nature itself. Had Malfurion grown larger somehow? He seemed to loom over the now fleeing horde. Even the Tauren looked weak and fragile in comparison. Dalaran quivered in fierce joy and the anticipation of victory, and of Saurfang's death. The ambush had taken the horde almost completely by surprise, making them easy targets as they attempted to recover. The beleaguered Kaldorei, far outnumbered by their enemy, were able to mitigate that disadvantage during those first few moments. Dalaran knocked arrows, let them fly, knocked again and again. 7 horde fell with arrows protruding from eyes and throats before they were even able to ascertain where the threat came from. The druids among them were predators seeking prey, and the warriors Their weapons cleaved enemies in two, severed heads, pierced armour. The horde were dropping like flies. Malfurion had pursued Saurfang into the inn. Screams of agony came from inside, along with the defiant bellow from Saurfang. Delaran could not spare much attention to it, but she caught one word of the din. Makora! The old orc was challenging Malfurion Stormrange to a duel of honour. It was almost humorous. Later, over a glass of wine with Ferrin in the Donassus they had saved, she would laugh. Now she continued to kill. She did not hear Malfurion's reply to the challenge, but she heard the groaning and creaking, saw the roots explode from the soil and race up along the walls of the inn, their tendrils grabbing the solid stone and tearing it apart. The noise was deafening, and hitherto brave horde warriors hesitated. It cost them. More and more fell to the Kaldorei. Then the roof started to collapse, with Saurfang still inside. Elune was good. But then... Delaran shivered violently. Some instinct older than time made her recoil. The hairs on her arms lifted again, not from the presence of Malfurion and his near godlike power over nature, but from something else, something twisted, wrong, and unnatural. The arrow, its ghostly dark trails of violet smoke, twining snake-like about its shaft, was not meant for her, but it passed within an inch of her cheek. A few yards away, Malfurion crossed his arms in front of his face, the feathers that lined them fluttering with the gesture. The arrow exploded in front of him, and he appeared limned in emerald green light, the colour of nature, the colour of Kaldorei defiance. No! A scream of anguished, enraged protest tore from Delaran's throat. We had them. It was to have ended here. Her cry drew the attention of the Banshee Queen. She had already knocked and let fly a second arrow, but she paused and turned. At that instant... Excuse me. At that instant, another tremor shook the earth, and what was left of the inn collapsed. Glowing red eyes met Delaran's, and a sadistic smile curved dark lips. That gaze pierced Delaran, as if it had been an arrow itself. Then Sylvanas Windrunner turned her full attention to a more worthy adversary. Delaran should have felt lucky. Few of her people had received that gaze and survived. But all she could feel, as Malfurion cried out a challenge, and the green energy of life clashed with Sylvanas' miasma of barren death, was bitterness and coldness. Wild cheers erupted from the horde. Malfurion's appearance had startled them, and the inn collapsing on their high overlord had left them stunned, but that trepidation was supplanted with renewed fury with the presence of their war chief. Malfurion had anticipated Sylvanas Windrunner's arrival, and he had sent Delaran instructions for what to do when it occurred. Elune willing, Saurfang will be killed, and the rest of his forces demoralised before she arrives. Even if this is not so, you must retreat north, he had written. I will join you at the border between Ashenvale and Darkshore if I can. Retreat north to see if by some blessing the Feralis-bound fleet had received Malfurion's message and arrived in time. We were so close. Delaran lifted the horn to her lips and sounded the notes of retreat. Astronar had been a sound choice for a dangerous gamble, one that had partially paid off. The northern terrain of Ashenvale, though, was an even better friend to the Night Elves, with ocean on one side and a challenging mountain range on the other. If they wished to claim their prize, the horde would be forced to traverse a very narrow path through the forest, and there was something else that would aid the Night Elves, something the enemy had perhaps not anticipated. Wow. Still got a fair amount more to read, but I think we're probably getting close to finishing up time now. So I'll leave it at that for tonight. But the story progresses, which is cool. And we're sitting majestically on a hill. That's brilliant. Did TSM just update, did it? Okay, that's an interesting one. Have to see what happens. Let me just Alt Z back into that one. Oh, there we go. Add-ons experiencing a large number of errors. We'll ignore that for now. That should be fine. So yeah, we've just got 5 minutes left. So what I will do... Oh, 35 minutes, of course, yes, because I restarted the stream. So it's all a bit broken at the moment. But I think I'll probably call it there. Keep it on a mellow note. Is this book the same as Before the Storm? No, it's not. This is a separate one that comes with the collector's edition. Before the Storm focuses more on what happens between this book and before the start of the expansion, I believe. And there is some crossover though, perhaps, but it's definitely different. Yes, placement at the inn for the rested XP, that's a good point, rather than being on this rock. Lovely as it is, we best head on inside. Where's the inn? There it is. In we go. Might as well make the most of it whilst we're here. Right, well that was brilliant. Thank you everyone for helping out with Jahwakening and his levelling today, and joining in tonight. It's really appreciated your company. Let's have a look, see if there's people on we can throw a host on over to. Who's on? Oh, not many people on at all actually. Okay, we might have to leave it there then. There is absolutely no one else on at this time. So I'll finish it off for now. That's me done. From me and Oreo, we'll bid you good night. No suggestions? No, I don't think I've got anyone. Bla's on at the moment playing Assassin's Creed, so I'll just leave it at that. So my next stream will be on Wednesday. Between now and then, hopefully I'll get my YouTube video on the 8.1.5 Bracer Super Shuffle. I've just got to do a little bit more editing on that, and obviously I'll upload the videos for both tonight's stream and Friday night stream. Will go up onto YouTube as well over the next few days. So until then, oh, Thrift just gone on. Let me have a look. He's not on my radar just yet. Let me just refresh it. Yep, she has literally just gone on. That's brilliant. Good timing. Let's throw the host over to her. So give her a good boost to her start. Let the ad run through. Good call, Mushy. /host C Thrift. So she's going to be doing loot appraiser challenges and all sorts of lovely gold making. So we'll send her some love. It just says starting soon at the moment, so give it a little while. We'll throw the host over there and see how we get on. So from me, I'll say good night. Thank you all, and I'll see you very soon. Until next time, happy gold making. And from me and Oreo, good night and farewell.